Hey, what's up guys, Jackson here at Toasty DIY, and today we're going to be doing a review and unboxing of the Fifine AM8T. This is a full USB microphone set. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this set is typically right around 50 bucks on Amazon. You can get it from a few other places too, like Newegg and even straight from Fifine. But we found that this is a really good USB microphone, and this one actually comes with the cable and the boom arm. So this could be a really good all-in-one solution for people who are wanting to get into streaming, podcasting, really anything that you need some really good crisp audio for that you can have a little bit of customization to. So inside of the box here, we're gonna get, of course, the microphone itself, which pretty good size unit, has some good heft to it. One of the cool features about this microphone is the fact that it's XLR and USB Type-C. So you can run this thing as a cardioid mic where you don't need anything fancy. You don't need a mixer or an amp to drive it. You can literally just plug in this provided USB Type-C cable, just like this, and then boom, like right now I could plug this into a PC and go ahead and start using it as a microphone, and the audio balance should be pretty good on it. It does have some nice features, like you can actually plug your headphones straight into this, so you can use it for audio monitoring, and you can actually control your headphone volume straight through this. You can also control the microphone gain with a simple knob here, and then you can actually change the RGB around the base with a capacitive touch. So it's not a button, it's kind of like a light touch. And then I believe on the back you may have a mute here, but I'm not totally sure just yet. You obviously have some tilt. You can tighten these, built-in pop filter, so you don't have to worry about a ton of plosives. And then the mic arm is a little bit of a cheaper arm, but it'll definitely get the job done. There's some pretty nice arms out there these days that are much more like heavy duty. They even have low profile ones if you have like a smaller setup and you don't want it in the way. But it's just a simple clamp mount. It looks like it'll take probably up to about like a 2 3/4 / 3 inch thick desk. So this will fit pretty much any desk out there. And as you guys can see, you get a few points of adjustments. You can go fully side to side. So like I often, when I'm not using my mic, will move mine out of the way. And then when you're using it, you have it good to go. It looks like the actual stand attachment comes with 2 different sizes. So I think one of these is 1/8 NPT if I remember right. And then I honestly can't even remember what the other size is, but we have the larger adapter here. That it actually does have a flathead bit to it, so you can actually really crank it down and not have to worry about your mic spinning on you. So that's everything that actually comes in the box. So the arm, the USB Type-C cable, which it looks like it's about a 9-foot cable, possibly 6. We'll have to check here and we'll see how long this cable is. Okay, it looks like it's about a 6-foot, maybe 6.6. So yeah, it'll definitely get the job done, but putting this on is really simple. So you can actually just screw this piece in first, or you can just put it all on at once, which I'm just gonna do it that way. And there we go. So that's all you gotta do to set this mic up, which is pretty awesome. Now, what I really like about these newer style like combos is the fact that if you want to get yourself an audio interface, which I never used until recently. I used to always just use USB mics. I kind of thought they were superior as far as just ease of use goes. But I've realized that it's pretty cool having a mixer because you can actually do like a lot of sound effects. You can change things on the fly. You can do really cool like audio monitoring, and you don't need a software for a lot of the mixers. So like I'm using the mono version at home, which honestly, Fifine, Mono, both great brands. They both make really good budget audio setups. But as you guys can see, so you got pretty good usability. You can even do different things, like if you wanted to put this up on a shelf and have it actually, hang down like this, or if you're doing a standing podcast, this would be pretty cool. You could definitely get some good audio like this. That's what I love about these arms. They're typically very universal in a sense that you can use them in whatever way suits your podcast or stream style. All right, so now we actually have the mic hooked up. Obviously, normally you'd have this section facing towards you so you can change stuff on the fly, but just so that you guys can see, it's a pretty bright light. We actually have like a moving RGB mode, which is really cool, especially if you're into having some lighting on your set. And I think there is an off as well. So this is like static red. I think this might be static. Yeah, okay, so that was pink, red, yellow, green, like a lighter green, light blue, dark blue. Let's see, we got purple, kind of like a lighter green, back to RGB. Okay, so I don't know if there is, let me try holding it down. Okay, holding it down turns the lighting off. So if you don't like having this lighting, you can have it completely off. And really the only light you still get is right here, which, yeah, so this is also capacitive touch. That's pretty cool. So green means you're actually recording audio. Red means that you are muted on the mic side of things. So if you don't want to have to worry about muting on your software or whatever, you just want to do it on the fly. I will say it's a little weird having it on the back like this. I think it makes it a little bit, let me check and see. The RGB sometimes will show. No, it doesn't. So yeah, that's one little bit of a weird feature. I guess in theory then, you may actually want this turned towards you, in all honesty. So this side facing you so you can mute on the fly. And then I guess you're really not gonna be changing the audio settings super often, so that can be turned away. I normally like to have all the settings on one side that you're gonna be changing. I remember that was one thing like about the Blue Yeti, for example, it kind of sucked is there was knobs just everywhere on that to change like patterns and whatnot. So yeah, that's the one, I guess, complaint I could have so far. But other than that, I'm pretty excited to start doing some audio tests. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so this is a Fifine audio test. It should be directional straight into the top here. So pretty close right now, testing it out. We got a 3D printer running in the background. So definitely should have some background noise, but we're just using OBS, no software downloaded. We're just using the mic straight plugged into USB. Let me go ahead and, so right now it looks like we have our mic turned about halfway, a little less than halfway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to, let's put this to 0. So now we're at 0 decibel. So we're not getting rid of anything. And I'm gonna lower the mic a little more to try to get like the perfect where we're kind of staying in the green. Hello, hello, testing. So that looks pretty good right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking. We'll see how much background noise we get with the 3D printer. It looks like it actually has a noise gate a little bit, or at least the laptop's adding a noise gate because that was pretty much 0 decibels. So that's definitely good. Let's try upping this a little bit. So now we're gonna go halfway where we're at about 3/4. We're not using, not getting rid of any decibels. Looks like we're starting to almost peak a little bit. We're getting into the yellow. So that shouldn't sound too bad. But yeah, like I said, no software or anything, just straight in OBS. Testing out some background noise now. We got McAllister and Matt talking in the other room. So right now we're at, I'm testing this on purpose. So like keep going. So right now we're at no negative decibel. We're running a tad under halfway. So I can see it picking up a little bit on here, but it's staying in like the -50, -45 range. So you guys should be able to barely hear them, which pretty impressive for, you know, kind of built-in noise suppression. So alright guys, we just got done doing a little bit of just standard USB cardioid testing on this Fifine mic, and as you guys can hear, it sounds really good. That's usually the real test for these mics that have multiple types of interface, because when you're running an XLR, it's kind of more dependent on having a good mixer and a good amplifier to really push this mic to full potential and get some really good sound quality. But when you're running it in USB, it's kind of a standalone device. So I definitely would say if this sounds good in USB, it'll sound great in XLR, especially with just any halfway decent mixer. Their mixer actually worked out great. It's the Ampligain, or it's the Ampligame, and I'll have the exact model somewhere here on the screen, but I think it's about $40, and it worked really good. It has built-in sound effects. You can change stuff on the fly. You can do RGB and stuff with it. It shows audio levels as you're talking with peaks and everything. So super solid unit that we got to use for another Toasty Bros video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's quick unboxing and quick review. If you did, make sure to check out Toasty Bros, Toasty Clips, and buy a PC at pcbros.tech. See you guys later. Peace out.